straight right just misses. A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
You can walk into an arena, be the hero, the pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Nice counter. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
A perfect counter shot. Oh my word, Canelo just got clipped. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace.
Oh my God, Johnny! Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. Looks like trouble was averted.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell them when they go back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They block that jab. The straight right just misses. Nice counter punch. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice exchange here from both men. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. The straight right just misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the job.
There's the bell for round 3. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
You're fighting a counter-puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter-punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
That jab doesn't score. at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close.
Oh my God, Johnny! We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. How is this fight still continuing?
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
They block that jab. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Canelo in serious jeopardy here, going to the canvas. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Dominance, without a doubt, make look so...
There's the bell for round 4. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Nice counter shot. What a power shot. The courage on display here is incredible. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now they're going to find out.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. The counter lands. Incredible work rate. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Fight that round. Don't worry about that round.
Free shots, keep smart. Don't be looking there for...
Forget about that round. It was a bad round, but we don't care. Go out.
Ready to go. He's absolutely shattered. He's hurt, he's ready to go, but you've got to be smart. Otherwise he'll see it and he'll ride it out. Go out there and finish it.
Put on your jab and breathe when you're stepping around.
It's down the middle, can't miss him. Great work, stay focused.
Back into this, you're better than this kid. Go back out there and win the round.
Let him back into the fight, don't give him any free shots, keep smart.
Go again. I need you to switch back.
Time winding down as we get set for another round.
Good work. Don't forget the jab.
There's the bell to start round 5. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that.
Whoa, Johnny! Oh my word, Canelo just got clipped! Avoided catastrophe there.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
That left shot lands. That counter punch caught him clean. This is a high-octane battle. Lucky that hook didn't score. Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got it.
Let's start the sixth. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent...
Do you believe this? Bud Crawford just got knocked down. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
I need to see that again.
One, two, three, four. Come to me.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once, and you got away with it. You can do it again.
Nice counter shot. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
A lot of effort being exerted here. His stamina is off the charts. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
If you put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Good, man. Good. Same again.
And there's the bell for round 7. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Can't land that jab. to punch himself out, though. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of... Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the...
There's the bell to start round 8. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
These power punches are bruising up his body. Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit, and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Can't score with that hook again. Canelo in serious jeopardy here, going to the canvas. How did they survive that?
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed back on it. Like it never happened.
Oh my word, Canelo just got clipped. Trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. How much cardio? There's the bell to start round 9. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Beautiful counter shot. Nice straight. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
There's a lot enough.
It's round 10. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Nice job blocking the left hook. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Through the hook, didn't land. Well, he's firing back now, and sometimes offense can be your best defense. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Alvarez in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
This is when you talk about championship material.
Just stay focused.
Come on, do you want to win this fight? Get out there and switch on. Get
Smart. Just get him on the end of the jab. You're getting
out there. I need you to win this round. Get your mind back, get your focus back. Get that.
Sticking a few body shots in there. Vary it up a little bit so he can't figure you out. Great work. Don't be looking there for one shot at a time. Set him up, but you'll take him out.
Don't worry about it. You got complacent. The fight's not over.
Hurt, he's ready to go, but you've got to be smart. Otherwise he'll see it.
Everything in the bag, and now you've let him back into it. Come on, you've let...
Thinking. You were smart, you were loading up, you were still landing.
Not in your league. Come on, switch on. Get your
Time winding down as we get set to jump back in the action.
On the end of what you do. Good work.
Fight. He's going to be confident. You've got to take that confidence away. Go out in the first minute.
Let's start 11. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
What are they doing that now? Are they trying to get an earning out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward seemingly with endless energy, Johnny.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Misses with the jab. Counter shot lands. They put a lot behind that one. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A straight right just misses. careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a twist. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the day.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Alvarez in that last round. And there's the bell to start round 12. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
The straight right just misses. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. He blocks the hook. How about that time counter shot? We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
And shoot. Not a lot of defense here at all. Failing to score with that right hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened, a unanimous decision. What a way.